Are we there? Am I on?
Yes.
Folks, I have a first. Good morning from the office. BKP here, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I am your host. I just do some show prep. I do some at night. I just share with you. I do some show prep at night. And then I get up sometimes and do some show prep at 4 in the morning. I write down bullet points to make sure, you get, as you well know if you've been watching or listening to this show for quite some time, I have to do some things to kind of keep me focused and on target when I'm doing the show. But my bullet points didn't transfer to my computer, so I have to work off this for a little bit, so bear with me. Folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. It is Thursday. We have some big announcements today. We're going to go over several stories. George will be in here at 9 o'clock. We'll get into some national issues at 9. We'll talk about some this morning. But first and foremost, let me just say, our phone number here is 706-889-9700. 706-889-9700. Now, if you would like to call me and discuss why Hillary, is not going to end up getting indicted, if you're on her side, really, if you would like to call me, 706-889-9700, and tell me why you agree with FBI Director Comey and you agree with Loretta Lynch, Attorney General, please don't hesitate to do it. If you'd like to send me an email telling me why you think they are correct, okay, let me know. That being said, we're going to be at Sycamore Crossing tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Do you believe the week's already gone already, Lonnie? Well, you sleep through them most of the time anyway. Are you awake this morning? Thank you.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that you finally admit that you pay less attention than I do.
Really? 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 Okay.
Hey, I don't have to have a list.
You know, Lonnie comes in this morning, he's listening to Toby Mac. Okay, I don't know if you know who Toby Mac is. And he thinks I'm like some old dinosaur. And I said, oh, I like that song. He said, I would be what? I would be shocked, right?
Yes.
All right, did I have to get you out of the floor because I knew the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to pick, yeah.
You totally looked over my shoulder and saw.
No, I didn't look over your shoulder. No, I didn't look over your shoulder. Don't go there. I didn't look over his shoulder, folks. Don't believe him. He can't be trusted on this issue. Some other things, yes, but this one particularly, he can't. Anyhow, Lonnie, I was enjoying Lonnie's music when he came in. He was listening to Toby Mac. Anyhow, think life. Tomorrow we're going to be at Sycamore Crossing. That's downtown Blue Ridge. We're going to be live there from 8 to 11. And we want to invite you down. That's downtown Blue Ridge. Beautiful shops. Tupelo Tea is now open for business. We have been waiting for 3 weeks. Last week they did a soft opening and we actually had tea during the show. So they are fully open now. And I got my Tupelo Tea cup here. I'll be ready for it to have something in it come tomorrow at Sycamore Crossing. But you come on down there. We'll put a list of guests together tonight. Put a list of guests tonight on Facebook. So follow us on Facebook, Fetcher News, or Twitter at Fetcher News, hashtag GMFTO. So that's tonight. Tomorrow morning, 8 to 11 at Sycamore Crossing Live. Come by and say hello. Bring your pooch. The Blue Ridge, Lonnie, we got to get this straight. Last week we put something up that was not correct and we got a message on it. It is the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Did we fix it? Okay, that's cool. But I just didn't know.
Yeah.
It's the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. They're going to be bringing by a doggy. Who'd they bring by? Who'd they bring by last week? Was it Patrick? Patrick. And what did she say? Lola's probably coming by?
Well, she said last week that
Lola
was probably getting
adopted?
Yeah, so she...
Oh, that'll kill Patrick.
Yeah.
Because I hear the word on the street that's Patrick's girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lola. Anyhow, Humane Society of Blue Ridge is coming by tomorrow. They're going to bring a pet of the week. You come by, bring your pet of the week, say hello, or come by. I really want to challenge anybody that wants to come by and sit down. Don't get nervous. And what do you think? Do you think Hillary should have been indicted? Is it outrage? pretty shocked this morning to get up and see some of the media groups that are still seem to be in shock that, and Hillary just walks away. I heard Hillary went to a casino yesterday and found out it was closed. Wonder if it was an Indian casino and Elizabeth Warren was there. But anyhow, no, I know that was probably a low blow, right? Huh? I figured out why Bill Clinton got on that plane with Loretta Lynch. I'm going to share that at 8:30. I'm telling you, folks, I know why he got on that plane. Donald Trump was on fire in Cincinnati. On fire. I mean, he was. He brought down the house. He doesn't like mosquitoes. He said, oh, by the way, speaking of mosquitoes, hey, Hillary, I'm telling you, he brought down the house in Cincinnati. It is on the media this morning. He connected with the people. He talked about everything from his golf course over in, is it Scotland? He talked about that. He talked about the media. He went after Hillary. And Newt was on the stage. His consigliere was there. Now, I think you're going to see Newt in the background telling Trump, I think Trump's going to respect the Newt Gingrich shut up. I really do. I really do. I think Trump is going to respect Newt Gingrich saying, Donald, shut up. Okay, it won't be quite that way. All right. Trump let everybody know last night that Newt Gingrich will be part. I don't think he'll be vice president, but he will be part. I think he's consigliere. I'm okay with that. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't ever talk to me like that in front of the family. Never. I'm sorry. Analyze this. My whole life's a movie. Analyze this. What do you want to talk about? The first thing or the second thing? All right. And back to Trump. He's on fire last night in Cincinnati. How about those Carrier air conditioners? Donald wants to pick up the phone himself. Hey, I know you got a nice air conditioner down there and everything, and I know it's hot in Mexico because it's hot. You need air conditioning. And I hear you want to bring them back across the line. You want to cross the line. The highly enforced border that we have now. Oh, he's on fire last night. I hear you want to cross the line with some of those air conditioners. That'll be fine. Let's come up with the 35% up front before you get them across this border, paid in full, and then you come on over, sell your air conditioners. What do you think about that? Donald's getting criticized for that, calling them obviously tariffs, okay? But he's getting criticized for that. Now, if he forces companies to stay here, I mean, will that embolden the unions? Will it? Will it say, hey, we can go up on our labor rate. We can go up on this 15% because the company is not going to leave town because it's going to cost them $35 to get their product back in. So is there a balance there? Now, I, for one, just looking outside in, I, for one, think it's okay to charge them to bring them in. I think so. And Donald's not talking about companies that, world companies that want to do business with America. He's talking about American companies that want to enjoy all the benefits of this great country that leave us high and dry. So what do you think? Now, before I get to the 8:30 hour, because I am going to go through, let me run through my list this morning, okay? I'm going to be able to tell you why Bill Clinton got on that plane with Loretta Lynch when I come back from break. Show me your license and don't go for the gun. What was that, St. Paul, Minnesota, or where's that at, Lonnie? Look it up. But that guy got killed last night by a police officer, and the girlfriend went on live stream and did the whole thing. That's going to be pretty. Oh, don't worry. The guy is selling CDs down there in Louisiana. Obviously, we're not going to wait for any facts. We never wait for any facts. No. Let me tell you, media has got a major problem right now because there used to be a day in journalism. Where they got the facts and reported the story. But with the internet, we live in a now news. This is like FetcherNews.com. What was St. Paul, Minnesota?
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Huh?
It's the Minneapolis, St. Paul. So
Yeah, Minneapolis, St. Paul, yeah. But anyhow, we live in a now news. And it's just like I tell people, they say, who are you? We say, well, we're FetcherNews.com. We're an online news network, and we're a now news network. So what's happening in this now news network era is, you know, you want to beat the next guy to hit publish on your computer and upload. So we have, and what's happening is journalists or so-called journalists don't have a problem with retracting, like they'll go back and repair the story days later. Let's just get something out now. Here at FetcherNews.com, we have that thought process, let's get something out now, but we're cautious when it comes to some stories. You know, like the N-word story, we didn't jump into that with both feet because we felt there were facts that needed to be put out there first. So anyhow, let's get all the facts because the media is not going to get the facts. Let's get all the facts. Okay, adopt a highway, the KKK. Did anybody hear about this? This is the Supreme Court of the state of Georgia. The KKK has made it to another level of their possibility to adopt a stretch of highway 1 mile in Union County. The Supreme Court said the Department of Justice could not just, you know, make that decision. We'll get into that maybe a little later. Hillary went to a casino and it was closed. Bill Clinton likes to get on a plane. Maybe he looked, and I'm going to explain this. No, I'll tell you later. I don't want to go there yet. When will Hillary do a press conference? When will this lady do a press conference? I want to hear, she'll probably go on the Sunday shows. Right now, this week, I don't know how safe the Sunday shows are. Americans are outraged. They're outraged. Even people that don't know the entire story. Let me tell you what the average Joe, that's what we like to call average Joe, Joe the plumber, okay? Let me tell you what they like. Let me tell you something. Some people may not keep up with everything on Hillary Clinton's email server, okay? And the best thing that has happened here for average Joe, Joe the plumber, okay? The best thing that has happened is that people understand FBI. Everybody, FBI. FBI is on the phone. Oh my God, what happened? The FBI is here. The FBI, they understand the FBI. So they don't have to do a lot of explaining when they say James Comey is the director of the FBI, okay? I mean, there's a good portion of Americans that still remember who J. Edgar Hoover is, okay? So seriously, the FBI, that you don't have to explain to anybody. So you do the split screen, it's going viral. You do the split screen, and the director of the FBI, you got his name under there, says this happened, and Hillary says this happened. It's self-explanatory, folks. Donald Trump read all of the perjury at its least, just perjury, okay? Whatever, okay? Now, obviously, if the case is closed, we should have access to those documents. Now, Comey's going up on Capitol Hill today, okay, to answer to Congress. It's a show. Folks, it's a show. It's a show about nothing. Seinfeld, okay? Seinfeld for 8 years had more substance of that show than Congress has. Yes, for 8 years. I think Seinfeld ran for 8 years, okay? All right, it had a lot more substance in that show. They dealt with issues in that show. It's a show about nothing. Well, let me tell you something. The real show about nothing has been Barack Obama's presidency. That's a show about nothing. And it's been actually Congress. So today will be a TV theatrical show. Comey will go to he'll go to Capitol Hill. They'll have a Congressman Chafis. I don't even like his name because I always feel like I need like an ointment or something every time I say his name. But Chafis, you know, who told you to put the bomb on? I tell you to put the bomb on? Anyhow, where'd you get the bomb? Chafis is going to ask the questions, okay? He's going to ask the questions, all right? And I'm telling you right now, it's a show. So nothing's going to happen there. But here's the thing. Will she do the Sunday shows? She might do Sunday shows that might be safe. She might set up the parameters. She might set up the time limit. She might say it's only 7 minutes. She might tell them what's off limits. I have to tell you, when she starts telling all of them what's off limits, some of them will bite because they just want her on there. They want to be able to put on the top of the screen exclusive. But we'll see. But where's the press conference? Because let me tell you what I want to know. I want to be there and listen to the first reporter that has the nerve, not disrespectfully, but has the nerve to say, Madam Secretary, if elected President of the United States, you have a cabinet to fill. And in those positions that you have to fill to send for approval to Congress, would it not be easier, now this is the way you put it, would it not be easier to send appointments for approval to Congress that have already been approved once? There's really no precedence that they could say no, really? So that being said, would you consider keeping Attorney Loretta Lynch on as Attorney General in your administration, basically knowing that it's really not going to take a long confirmation process, being the country is embroiled in all these major CD selling scandals that resulted in death in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? Would you do that? I want to hear that first question to her, see what she says, because we know the fix was in. All right, I said that Bernie will endorse Hillary Tuesday. Folks, if you've watched this show for quite some time, I have the video. I just don't, and this is not a shot at Lonnie. In fact, Lonnie, I got to figure this out. I don't know what's happened. But actually, I've been nice to Lonnie lately. He doesn't quite get it, but I do. That's what's important. I get it. He doesn't. But I don't know if Lonnie was in the show or not at this time, but I will tell you this. We don't have time to go through the archives and clip them all out. We don't have the big studio time, but I have this. I told you when Bernie and the other people came out and was running against Hillary, Bernie has always been something to keep Hillary in the news. All of a sudden, it was time perfect, 4th of July, nobody even knows who Bernie is. They hear he's the guy in Vermont. I know I'm saying that, and you're saying, no, everybody knows Bernie. No, that's over. But guess what gets to happen now? And I said it, folks, the endorsement. And I said if Hillary ran against no serious opponent, there's not going to be the big endorsement day. And I think that's coming Tuesday. They're working out a deal now. Comey's going to Capitol Hill. It didn't transfer to my screen. I got to look over to the phone. Okay, withholding security info from Hillary and not allowing her to access information. Folks, that will be a TV show. It's not going to happen. As soon as you're the presumptive nominee, as soon as you leave the convention is the official, it's done, it's over, there's no longer, you remove the word presumptive, okay? So once they remove the word presumptive and you're the nominee, you start getting security briefings on this country. I know, I had to tell you that, folks. That is scary as hell to know some of the people that have gotten security briefings, okay? John Edwards, John Kerry, oh hell, he still has security briefings. That's still scary, right? Even today, knowing he knows this. But yeah, the people that go back that got security briefing, as soon as you become the nominee, they start giving you security briefings, certain levels of security briefings just to keep you in the loop, because you need to be brought up, because in 6 months, you're president of the United States if you win. After you are the president-elect. So they're going to fight, Paul Ryan and them are going to fight and say, hey, they're going to fight and say Hillary Clinton should not receive security briefings at this time until she is president-elect. That's a scary thought. I have to bring it to you, folks. It's always possible. All right. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not. They didn't have the nerve to indict her. The Attorney General accepted, and remember, she accepted the recommendation. She's not doing anything with it. It's done deal, case closed. You know what case closed means? Case closed means Freedom of Information Act. While there's a pending investigation, you cannot get this information. Oh my gosh, wait for the information to start coming out now. It's case closed. She stamped it. Boom, I'm not going after it. You cannot get information in a pending investigation during a pending investigation. You can't do that. This case is closed. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. It's over. Wait till you see what comes out. Don't go there. The security clearance thing, it's a show. She's going to get all the information. She's going to. Trump went off on the media last night. Went off. Trump goes after Hillary. How come nobody's talking about the $51 million Trump raised? Where are the poll numbers now? Wonder if they'll have those just in time for the morning shows Sunday. So all the morning shows can say, but Mrs. Clinton, Donald Trump has caught up and surpassed you in the polls, in battleground states, whatever. How are they going to spin this one, folks? The American people are outraged. Donald Trump raised $51 million, folks. All the Trump, never Trump, all the Republicans are not unified. That's over, folks. It's over. What's left between now and the convention is purely media groups, okay, that have no regard for the facts, have no regard for the truth, have no regard for the American people, have no regard for the future of this country, have no regard if this country is on a downhill spiral and almost to be ended. Seriously, at our end, okay? No regard. They will continue to let you know there's a divide. There's not a divide, folks. There's not a divide. Period. Not going to happen, okay? What else we have? Donald Trump said, I heard it, you heard it, we all heard it. We all heard it. Everybody heard it, folks. He's talking about Hillary, the split screen. I heard it, you heard it, everybody heard Hillary lie. Oh, I heard Hillary went to an Indian casino yesterday and it was closed. Oh, no, that wasn't. Oh, okay, all right. I heard she went to the casino. Hey, listen, she just won a major deal. I mean, the FBI said, I heard they accidentally in the interview said, Madam President. It said Secretary. And he had to catch himself. Just joking, okay? Yeah, I'm serious. She just won a big deal. How much bigger can this be? The FBI said, we can't touch a Clinton. Attorney General said, we're not touching a Clinton. We're not going there, right? How much bigger can this be? So Hillary, I don't blame her. She headed for the casino and found out it was closed. She thought it was Friday on Fox and she was going to play candidate casino. That's what she thought. Okay. Donald Trump says it's a star. They're making all this news. They have nothing. They have nothing. The only thing they can make news out of is a star. And they say it's anti-Semitic. He says, my son-in-law is Jewish. My daughter is Jewish. Ivanka's Jewish. She's one fine-looking Jew. I didn't say it. Adam Sandler did. The Hanukkah song. She's Jewish. She's pretty good looking. She's Ivanka. She's bright. She's brilliant. She's a businesswoman. She's power. Probably kick you in the teeth if you need it. She's a fine looking Jew, that Ivanka is. Lynch accepts the recommendations. There you go. That's the end of our first half hour. Lynch accepts the recommendations. Hey, what else can she do? Her hands are tied. She accepts it. Comey's going to Capitol Hill. It's a show, folks. It's a show about nothing. Seinfeld had more substance than this country has with Congress, the Senate, and it's a show about nothing. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I'm going to come right back, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do probably about 10 minutes, and I'm going to explain why the journalist that went to jail, Mark Thomason, will not see the courtroom. I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why these charges are going nowhere. I'm going to explain this for all to hear. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to happen, and I'm going to explain when we come back this story briefly. But there's something else about that. Bill Clinton got on the wrong plane. I'm going to explain that too. I'm going to explain why he got on the wrong plane. Everybody's out there saying, no, he didn't. He got on Loretta Lynch's plane and intended to do this, and the fix was in. Well, you know, it may be a little bit of a joke, but he got on the wrong plane. I'll explain right when we come back. Lonnie, take us to break. BKP, good morning from the office. Hey, Lonnie, hold on just a minute. Don't go so fast. Have you already taken me to break?
No, you're good.
I'm good. You heard it, folks. You heard it from Lonnie. Okay, let me go to something here real quick. If you'd like to be a sponsor of our show, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. Send us a message if you'd like to sponsor, if you'd like to get your commercial to run on our show, or if you would like to get your advertising on FetcherNews.com. We want to thank Days Chevrolet, located on 515 in Jasper. Circuit World promotional code Fetch Your News. Circuit World, L&L Beanery, downtown Blue Ridge Coffee Shop, free Wi-Fi, that's L&L Beanery. Salon 84 in color, West Church Street in Jasper. Make your appointment today at Salon 84 in color, 706-253-9876. And Clock Tower Gifts and Boutique. That's Clock Tower Gifts and Boutique, located in Jasper. Schottenkirk Ford. Schottenkirk Ford wants to invite you to look at their great selection of Ford cars and trucks. They're located on 515 on the southbound side in Jasper. That's Schottenkirk Ford. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now you can take us a break, Lonnie.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Announcing Pizza Hut's new Applewood smoked bacon and melty cheese. Stuffed in the crust. Pizza Hut's bacon stuffed crust pizza is here, now with Applewood smoked bacon. And loaded with cheese in one irresistible crust. Just $12.99, only at Pizza Hut.
You're making me crazy.
Switch and save at Schottenkirk Ford. Find quality pre-owned trucks under $20,000 and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. Shop the best selection of certified pre-owned Fords in the area. Switch today and shop our network of over 500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We'll even deliver it to you. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with Schottenkirk Customer Care, which offers you extra protection for no extra charge. Make the switch to Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or takeaway.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellijay.
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
Good morning from the office. We're back. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And I will tell you this, we're going to be at Sycamore Crossing in Blue Ridge tomorrow downtown from 8 to 11. I want you to come by, stop and say hello. We're going to have a pet of the week. We're going to have a pet of the week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Also, we want to encourage you to bring your pet by to say hello. We'd love to meet. We like for the pets to bring their humans by. We like to meet the pets. Just say it. Just say it. Most of the time we like to meet the pets. Never know. Anyhow, how do you feel? Are you outraged over what took place this week with the FBI, Loretta Lynch, Bill Clinton on the plane, all the above? You know what I mean? Come by and see us tomorrow, Sycamore Crossing. Come by, say hello. See us and tell us if you're out. Maybe you're not outraged. Come by and sit down. I don't care if you ever see there. I got an open area. I can get 4 or 5 people. If 4 or 5 of you want to stop by, we will get a little argument going. This guy says she's okay. This guy says she's not. This lady don't like her. This guy does like her. Ooh, that concerns me. Anyhow, come on by. Now, folks, the journalist will not see a courtroom over what took place in Pickens County. Won't happen. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I'm going to tell you why this is not going to go away, but going to go away nationally for now, okay? But first, Bill Clinton got on Loretta Lynch's plane, all right? Trump's not finished with these people. I like what Newt Gingrich said. He hasn't even started. I mean, Trump was having an awesome time last night reading the perjury where lying Hillary. I mean, come on, you gotta love a guy gets on stage. This is not Mitt Romney. We have found out that the FBI's investigation will not go any further, indict Hillary, and we suspect his speechwriters. See, Donald Trump doesn't have those speechwriters, folks. We suspect. This is Mitt Romney. Mitt won the wrong. We suspect that Hillary, by what information we have gathered. All right, well, let me do the difference. I feel like I ought to do the difference. Okay, Mitt Romney as your candidate, Hillary situation. Donald Trump as your candidate, Hillary situation. Emails. Mitt Romney. I'm very disappointed today to find out that the FBI has made a decision not to go any further in the investigation or ask for an indictment by the Attorney General. It's very concerning to me and the American people. why our internal sources tell us that it's very possible that Hillary did mislead the American people and was not on the level and did not tell everything to the American people that you deserve. As Mitt Romney, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. Liar, liar, liar. She lied about this. She lied about that. You heard it. I heard it. Everybody heard it. That's the difference. Speechwriter? No speechwriter. You know, there used to be the old give 'em hell, Harry. You remember that? I know. Remember? Give 'em hell, Harry. Give 'em hell, Donald. Go for it. Okay, I got stuck. I'm getting stuck. I watched his speech. This is what happens every time. I watched the speech in Cincinnati. It happens every time I do. And he knocked it out of the park. Okay, Bill Clinton gets on Loretta. I'm going to explain the journalist. Get off my back. I'm going to explain it in a minute. Bill Clinton gets on the plane, right? And he's walking out there. He's got his head down. And he gets on the plane. He's walking down the aisle. He's got his head down. He looks up. And he sees Loretta, and he says, oh, I'm on the wrong plane. I'm going to have to recover. Loretta, how are your grandchildren? That's what happened. Because see, Bill thought he was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Just saying, folks. The billionaire pedophile who was accused of keeping underage girls. Donald's not done, folks. Donald's not done. Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire pedophile who was accused of keeping underage girls, okay, as sex slaves, as sex slaves on his private island, was long known to be friended with Bill Clinton. The extent of the relationship, however, has never been made clear, but records indicate the former leader of the free world was much cozier with Epstein than originally known. Records obtained by Fox News show that Clinton was a much more frequent flyer on a registered sex offender's infamous jet that previously reported flight logs showed the former president taking at least 26 trips aboard the Lolita Express. Lolita Express? Loretta Lynch? I mean, I just seen an L on the flight plan. It was Loretta Lynch, and I thought, Lolita Express. Okay? He didn't know the code word, secret code word, you know, for CIA for Loretta Lynch was Lolita. He didn't know that. So he's going down the aisle. He looks up and he says, oh my God. Loretta, how's your grandchildren? Folks, that's the only way I can explain it. They have made a mess of the State Department. They have made a mess of everything. This government is a show about nothing, and that will be a show today by Comey. The only thing we can hope for is we can hope for the facts that the freedom of information that will come out now, because this case is closed, Loretta Lynch says she's accepted it. The only thing we could truly hope for now is that it reveals enough stuff, and what we need is we need Donald Trump to be the Donald Trump that was on the stage in Cincinnati last night with Newt Gingrich's consigliere. Newt needs to stay close enough to tell him to shut up, and he will, and that's why Donald says he's there. And Donald's the kind of guy he can take that from somebody he respects, and that's Newt, okay? Newt's already said on national TV, Donald, shut up, all right? So that's why he's going to hang out with Donald. He's a consigliere. We're talk about the thing, you know, the thing, the first thing, the second thing. Okay, they're talking about Ivanka being vice president. I don't know about that. They got the short list. Who do you think is going to be Hillary's running mate? Who do you think? Okay, I don't know. So send me a message. Now, before George gets in here at 9 o'clock, I want to get this in. The journalist will not go to jail. The journalist, Mark Thompson, will not go to jail. He will not go in the courtroom. The mainstream media, the lamestream media, the drive-by media has no interest in the facts here. Now, I'm going to explain this because there's going to be some outrage. Now, I wrote my story, and I got an email last night from somebody that just let me have it, okay, and some other state. He just let me have it, okay. And I'm okay with that. Now, first of all, for freedom of speech, let's get past that. If you go to fetchernews.com, you look at any of the articles, under the article, any of the comments, that have taken me to task or taken my story to task or have been insulting me, I published them. They're there. That's freedom of speech. That's freedom of the press. I firmly believe in that. So they're there. I mean, people have attacked me. They've sent me emails attacking me. I'm okay with that. I don't care. I will take the attack any day as long as I'm telling the truth. Somebody asked me, are you prepared when you issue this story, what could happen? Yeah, it's the truth. The story's true, it's factual, it's based on information, and all I did was pick apart the accusations being made in the media and just clear them up. That's it. I can take the heat as long as I'm telling the truth. Now, the mainstream media, the drive-bys, as they call it, they did exactly. I'm going to throw my hat off. I don't do it very often, but I'm going to throw my hat off to Rush Limbaugh that taught me, humble myself, that taught me about the drive-bys. And for years when I was listening to Rush, I didn't understand 100% of the drive-by media. And I have seen this clearly in the past, but this is the most egregious drive-by media event I've ever seen. They throw the word journalist out lightly. Now, I figured something out, that this has nothing to do with Mark, and it has nothing to do with his newspaper, and it has nothing to do with the charges on him. You have media all over the United States, first of all, that are just like myself. You see, I have open records requests with the city of Blue Ridge, okay? Everything the media is claiming they did to Mark, that's what the city of Blue Ridge, via Johnny Searcy, the chief of police, and I think he's complicit, David Siphon has done to shut me down of getting information on the city, okay? They've used the same thing. They've overused their authority and power against the media, me. I have nobody coming into my defense. I have not called the Society of Professional Journalists. I've not called the First Amendment Foundation. I've not called anybody. I have sent things to the Attorney General. But that is actually what's taking place with me. Now, all over the United States, there are people that are misusing the power of their position, whether it be judges. We see it every day. We see it every day. All over the United States, there are people being charged with frivolous charges with power, people of power that overuse their power, or whatever I'm going for. That being said, forget the journalist's name, if the charges in Pickens County stand, and if the charges go through, and if the gentleman's convicted, because they've already labeled him a journalist, so they got to stick with that. If they backtrack now and tell the truth on the story, it doesn't look so good. But if that goes through and he is convicted, then the things that they convict him on could apply in the wrong way or be used heavy-handed in the wrong way by the wrong judge at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, so that's why they're fighting it so hard. The drive-bys are fighting it so hard because they don't have time to go all the way back to the N-word story and get the truth. They don't have time to look at the vendetta. They're not going to pour it in. Here's what I've always said. Here is this is the truest day for FetchYourNews.com. Okay? I will never forget, and I'm sorry to bring it up this way, I will never forget a plane crash that took place in the Rich Mountain Wilderness area several years ago. My first big story, okay, at FetchYourNews.com. I'll never forget it. And I will never forget that I thought that when the media groups, the big satellite trucks come downtown, I thought that it was okay to say hello to them. Well, I found out real quick they could care less about me. I say, hello, how are you today, right? I thought, Ron Burgundy's were, by the dozen coming up 515, okay? So anyhow, I thought, okay. Now, I seen this media go to families' homes, Get their yearbooks. Take yearbook pictures. I seen them publish the names of the people that were in the plane before the family had any kind of note. I seen them do things that shocked me. I followed the story all the way. I did all the press conferences. I interviewed everybody from sheriff all the way through on this plane crash. And I got so many messages from Ohio, everywhere from the family saying, thank you for the way you covered that. Thank you. You respected us. You gave us all the information. Thank you so much for the way you covered that. And where I'm bringing that at, there's a reason, is Fetcher News. Here at Fetcher News, we do the news, but we do the news in a way to remember that people live here the next day. What does that mean? They go home. They head down 515. They're out of here. We're still here with you. So at Fetcher News, we do the news, but we do it in a way that we understand we're still here with you the next day because we are part of the community. That being said, the judge cannot have the integrity of the court. The judge cannot have the court consumed with this. The judge cannot have all this pressure from all these media that will not take the time to look into the details of this case. And if she does, she risks losing control of the court. When I say control of the court, judge has to have control of the court and control of the district and make sure for you, the citizens, that your court system flows properly. So I'm telling you, she's not going to let this. Watch what happens, folks. She's not going to let this go to court. She's not going to let him get any more ground. She's not going to let them give him any more sympathy. She's going to say, okay, I'm not interested in prosecuting this, and walk away. You're going to say not that simple, but it is. Now here's what happens. Everything's come out now. Because see, we're still here. They will leave. Okay, they will leave. They'll go home. They'll write a story on a different day about something else. All right? The judge will remove this. They're not going to court over this, folks, because the drive-bys have gotten so involved in this. I have read article after article after article with headlines that say denied open records request. Didn't happen. I am appalled of the amount of people that called themselves journalists that did not look at how the subpoena was being used. Just absolutely appalled of the amount of journalists that did not look at this. But there has not been one story. I will say, I'm not going to go down that road. I will say the News Observer in Fannin County, I read an article last night. They did a very balanced story that I can see on face value. So my hat's off to them. The point is, when they all go home, we will still be here. We will still know the truth. And when the judge says, I don't want this, I have to save the integrity of the court. When the judge says, I can't have this overshadow justice for all in North Georgia, I can't have this overshadow this and that because my words, the kid's not worth it, because he's not a journalist, but the kid's not worth it. And when she backs away from it and lets it go, you know what happens? The case closes. You know what happens? It's public. You know what happens? I will have a stack this tall. I am going to, when it happens, watch. I watch. There's no way this is worth the fight. It's not, the kid's not worth the fight. Okay? He's not worth it. I see the judge will let this thing go, promise you. Anyhow, the facts are that when the judge lets this go and they decide they're not going to try it, it will be public and I'll have the interview. And I have looked into this deep. I will have the interviews. And the interviews name names. And people name names, and it will be public. I will have the witness list. I will have the interviews of the witness. I will have what really took place with the subpoena, and I will continue the story. Because the mainstream media, the drive-bys, all of them, they're more concerned on if this could happen, could it happen to them? So they're writing these embellished stories that are sensationalized, and they're all over the top because they don't want to see a judge over-abuse their power. Because I'm not saying whether Brenda Weaver did or not. I'm not saying that. I'm not getting in the way of whether she abused her power or not. But I'm just saying, if this happens with this judge, it could happen anywhere for the wrong reasons is what they're saying. So that's all they're fighting. They're not fighting for this kid. So watch that. It's 8:51, won't go anywhere, but guess what? We won't go anywhere. We published the truth. I will back up everything we published. We published the truth. And that is the one thing that I feel good about, that we followed the facts in this case, and we will continue to follow the facts. And when made available, when this thing comes to a head and it's made available, you wait, because they'll go down to Atlanta and I'll publish the interviews with the witnesses, and they're scorching. Watch and see. Okay, George is going to be here in a minute. KKK gets a shot at putting a note on 515 saying they'll clean up the trash. They're not the trash. Okay, I'm just joking, but I mean, they're Supreme Court. I lost my page here. I had it here a minute ago. We found out, I've shared with you this morning that Bill Clinton got on the wrong plane. He thought it was. He thought CIA's code word for Loretta Lynch was Lolita, so he thought he was going to get a flight to Pedophile Island with his friend, the pedophile, on Lolita Express. And he looked up. He's walking down the aisle. He looked up. I got to tell it again. I'm so amused with that. He looked up and he said, "Oh, Loretta. I didn't realize your CIA name was Lolita. I thought I was on the Lolita Express. How's your grandkids?" Trump said, liar, liar, liar. I swear to God, Donald, just throw in pants on fire, please. For me, she's wearing a pantsuit 7 days a week. Donald, for me, do it for me, please. Donnie, baby. Pants on fire, please. I don't care if they call it sandbox humor. I don't care if they call it third grade. I don't care if they call it playground. Do it for me, Donald. The next time you go liar, 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 throw pants on fire for me. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We got a lot more we are going to discuss here. Don't forget, we're going to be at Sycamore Crossing tomorrow morning. Lonnie, I don't know, we better check the storm, because we can broadcast in a gentle rain, Lonnie, but as we talked, we can't do a downpour because of the equipment outside. The gentle rain we did before in the past, but we need to check, because I hear the thunder rolling today, So anyhow, is it rolling? What have I hear? What am I hearing? Am I hearing things?
No, that's the semicircular canals in your ears are plugged up.
Okay, the canals in my ears are plugged up. George will give me more on that later. Sycamore Crossing tomorrow morning from 8 to 11. Come by and sit down. I swear to God, I got the mics, I got room. I don't care if we get 12 people, I'm serious. I don't care, bring your friends. Are you outraged with Hillary? Do you agree with Comey? Do you agree with Attorney Lynch? Do you think she's a liar? Do you want to be the one to come on the show and say liar, 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 pantsuit on fire? That's mine, Lonnie. Don't steal my line, okay? What do you want to come by and see me? 8 to 11 Sycamore Crossing. Hey, before we go, if you'd like to be a sponsor of our show, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. Send us a text message about the show. Call us if you want to. Send me an email. But if you'd like to get your ad, if you'd like to get your coffee cup, if you'd like to get your name back here. I mean, heck, this jacket can look like a NASCAR racer for all I care. I'll wear your patch right here. Bada bing, bada boom, right? I'm on fire today, Lonnie. You don't have to admit it, but I will. Anyhow, if you want to get your commercial going, okay, if you want to get that, ad on Fetcher News, get in touch with us. Hey, we want to thank the UPS store of East LJ. Don't forget them. North Georgia Diamond, located in the East LJ Walmart Shopping Center. I say this all the time, folks. If you need a friend, go make new friends at North Georgia Diamond. Bill and Allison, outstanding people. Allison, Bill, I don't know. I don't get mad at me. Bill, I love you, but Bill is not quite the jeweler. I think, I'm not for sure. He is a buyer. I tell you, this guy is savvy. I'm serious. He can buy, sell jewelry. He is savvy. That's the guy you want to deal with there. But now, as a jeweler, Allison will come out. She'll have 3 pairs of glasses around her neck. She's got a magnifying glass. North Georgia Diamond. You got to go over and make friends with Bill and Allison Craig today. Located in the East LJ Walmart Shopping Center. Promotional code Fetch Your News. Go tell them Fetch Your News sent you to North Georgia Diamond. Mattress Overstock. Go see Gary, Richard, Rhonda, the mattress lady, for the best mattress at the best price. They truly want to help you sleep better. They're located in the East LJ Walmart Shopping Center. Also, 706-698-7378. That's Mattress Overstocked in the Walmart Shopping Center, East LJ. Fetch Your News sent you. LJ Fitness, 379 River Street. LJ, 706-636-2348. LJ Fitness, Messrs. Orchards, and Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. Check out their Amish furniture. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back after these brief messages. We'll see what George thinks. He always has something to say, right, folks? We'll be right back with George McClellan, my co-host for the next hour. Lonnie, take us to break.